Welcome to the NFL Picks with the Goon Squad. Hey, Ice and Black are going neck and neck. One game between them. Icewater has a 142 to 80 record. Two ties. We all have two ties on because they have two different ties in the NFL season this season. Black Thor is behind him by one game, 141, 81 losses. Pop is behind Black with 136 and 86 losses, and I'm bringing up the rear with 127 and 95 losses. Icewater, let me get your summary from last week.
Yeah, crazy, man. Cleveland over Baltimore. I thought Baltimore still would have enough even without Deshaun Jackson to win. But Cleveland, I'm not saying they're going to turn it around, but I don't think Deshaun Watson finally is like, you know what? I'm better than this. I'm better than this. But I think they're trying to turn some things around. But I was surprised by that. And again, Dallas, y'all play too damn much. That's why nobody takes you seriously. I can't say it no other way. I mean, Jacksonville is great, and the quarterback's coming along, and he's really showing the talent that he really starting that they drafted him. Real man, all that. Look, bro, Dallas Cowboys. That's okay. Nobody take you seriously. I don't, and I'm good with that. I told you from the beginning. I don't get excited. You can spend all the money you want to. You can bring in Odell Beckham. You can bring in O.J. Simpson. You can bring in who you bring in. You're not gonna win this shit. It's because that's what y'all do. You get all these things in. You brought in T.Y. Hilton, who I think can really help them, but you're doing all this other stuff, and Jerry, you grandstanding. You bringing this man in for a half a game, think he gonna help you win the Super Bowl. You can't win shit like that, bro. It starts early on, but then again, because you're trying to be America's team again, this is what you're doing. So with all that being said, man, y'all go ahead with that shit because I'm done with that. I ain't getting excited. I will watch the games, but it's not like that entertainment. I know what it is, and I know what y'all gonna do. Tony Romo, you might as well come back, bro. They're gonna do the same shit when you was here. You might as well come back.
All right, Black, what's your summary, man?
I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's been realistically a season that NFL wanted, an overall very good season, bro. It has been. It's been some games that basically teams that you may not maybe in the past pay attention to. I found myself basically watching a good portion of the Jets-Detroit Lions game this past weekend, bro.
Wow.
You couldn't pay me a couple of years ago look at either one of those teams, man. But it was that riveting to kind of pay attention and watch them go up down the field and basically see who win. And Detroit is on to something, man. I remember that coach first got the job. We all kind of clowned him. The man said, you're going to bite him in the kneecap and all that other stuff. But he has these players playing for him, bro. And he found a way. When no one else believes in that quarterback, they traded for him. And that quarterback is slinging the ball damn good now. He ain't won a Super Bowl like Stafford won in L.A., but guess what? He may at some point. And it seems like it doesn't matter what happened to the 49ers. You can shoot them in the kneecap, the knee, the foot, whatever. They find a way, man, to put their foot up you, bro. That defense is something else, man. And that defense is hard to believe that anyone's going to beat the 49ers. And I agree with Ice when it comes to the Cowboys. It's just that it's like I don't know. Cowboys want to be, it's like they always want to be pretty. It's like, just be pretty. Forget winning, just be pretty. And it's like, man, I don't understand. All year they talk about this defense, and you let a second-year quarterback carve you up on Sunday, bro. That quarterback carved that defense up, and that running back, it was just, I'm sorry, man. And I regret not taking Jacksonville to win last week because I thought about it. I really did. And until the last minute, I just said, I'm going to take Dallas. Because I just had a funny feeling. The way they played Houston, and Houston, Texas should have beat them 2 weeks ago. They did. And you're talking all this junk about Philly, and Philly may not be it. But the Cowboys on it, I can see that right now. They're definitely not it, man. And it's interesting. One thing I want to say, and I don't know if it got any traction, but Roger Goodell told these teams, you all need to start understanding what you're doing. You're paying a lot of coaches that's not coaching. Charlotte, paying their coach for the next 3 years is not coaching. New Orleans, a lot of these teams, you're making these bad decisions, and it's costing you a lot of money. It's a damn shame when a commission has to tell you, tighten up your ship and do better picking the head coaches, because they don't know what they're doing. They really don't.
Yeah, the first game I'm going to talk about is the New England Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders. Belichick, what are you doing? What are you doing? I said here last week, oh, they're a sound football team. They don't really make mistakes. And you made me look like a jackass, on the show. Playing what did Scott Van Pelt say? Pitchy woo woo at the end of the game. And the game is tied. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? A game last week, I said it last week. I said, this is a trap game for the Dallas Cowboys because they're looking at Philadelphia. They ain't looking at Jacksonville. And I said, this is a trap game. And I thought the same thing. I should pick Jacksonville but I didn't want to base it on what the Cowboys did the previous week. Thought they would learn their lesson and like, okay, we got to get serious because we got to, try to get this division. No, they didn't do that. But the game that I didn't think that was going to be really good, that was really damn good if you all watched it, was the Giants against the Commanders. That was a good game. That was an old-fashioned NFC East game right there. And I didn't expect it because I tuned in at the beginning, like, okay, let's see what they're going to do. But that was a good game through and through. And then Baker Mayfield shows, us again why he's, Baker Mayfield against the Green Bay Packers. And the Green Bay Packers are talking about trying to make a run to get in the playoffs. This is what you do, Baker Mayfield. And, Aaron Rodgers is talking about, hey, we can do this. We rattled off, 3 straight. We can do this. And I'm like, okay, let's see. All right, let's go to this week. The pick order is Pop. He gave me his pick, followed by Black Thor, Icewater, and I'm bringing up the rear again with the picks. So the first game on tap for this week, which I'm out the game, so I'm just picking just be picking at this particular point. But it's Jacksonville at the New York Jets. Pop is going with Jacksonville. Black, who you got?
Yeah, I think Jacksonville is onto something, bro. I really do. I think that coach came in, he kind of stabilized what was going on there, brought some credibility, and Trevor Lawrence is not bad, bro. He's found a coach that believes in him, that can support him, elevate him, and I didn't think he was going to be much in NFL, but he showed me this year that he can be, man. And I'm taking Jacksonville East with this one.
All right, Ice, who you got?
Yeah, the Jets are trying to play. They're trying to be politically correct when it comes to backing their quarterback of the future. But the quarterback, Mike White, I don't know I think he's still injured or whatever, but they're trying to be politically correct. And they tried to play last week with their quarterback of the future, but he's been very disappointing. I don't think they can get out their own way, unfortunately. There's still some bad blood before him saying that it wasn't his fault. They was losing, at least part of his fault. So I think that's going to be too much. And so go Jacksonville.
All right, I'm going with Jacksonville also. It's across the board. Next game on tap is Buffalo at Chicago. It's going to be cold, Buffalo. It's going to be, I know it's cold up there, but it's going to be cold here in Chicago. Pop is going with Buffalo. Black, who you got?
This game is going to be close, bro. I think it's going to be close due to the weather. As you said, Buffalo's still playing in it, but I think it's going to kind of hamper their throwing a little bit. And Chicago going to throw some kind of trickery at them, so they kind of keep it close. But I think Buffalo will prevail. I'll take Buffalo with this one.
All right. Ice, who you got?
Hey, Justin Fields, former Ohio State Buckeye. Bruh, lay down in the first quarter. They coming for you, bruh. You've been doing well all year. They coming to hurt you. Take you, wear a flak jacket, lay down, drink you some hot chocolate, man. Put your feet up on the heater and watch the rest of the game. I'm choosing Buffalo. They gonna hurt that, bruh. I've been saying it for 2 years, and now it's gonna come to light. I hope not, but it's real.
Yeah. I was looking at Chicago has a great running game. They have like one of the top running games in the league. And in December, that's when the running game kind of pays off. And I thought about picking them here as cold as it was, but I'm like, nah, I gotta go with Buffalo on this because I don't see Justin Fields being able to run as much as he's been running in the past. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt in this game because Buffalo that defense is coming after him. And they're used to playing in the cold too. So it's Buffalo across the board here with the Goon Squad. Next game on tap is Atlanta at Baltimore. Papa's going with Baltimore. Black, who you got?
Wow, man. I kept looking at this game, man. I went back, flipping back and forth. Baltimore did not look good this past week, bro. They didn't look past good, and it's been a while. And it's almost like they're playing their own match other than the defense. I want to take Atlanta. I really do. This game is in Baltimore, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, for that reason, I'll take Baltimore. And I really damn near want to take Atlanta, but I just but if it was an ATL, I would take Atlanta. I'm gonna take Baltimore.
All right. So you got.
Yeah, Atlanta bring it in, get started. Are they starting Ritter again this week?
They probably are. They have nothing to play for at this particular
Yeah,
point.
probably starting him. And I like the fact that he's getting the opportunity. But Baltimore, when you heard the tight end Matt when Andrews came in and talking about everybody was saying how horrible they were, they looked pretty bad. And he didn't really talk, but I think they're gonna do a little something because he was mad. Then they re-signed Sammy Watkins. Oh my God.
Yeah.
They brought him out. He
Green
couldn't
Bay
catch
let him go.
Yeah, they could catch it cold in Green Bay, but now he's back in Baltimore. So I don't know. J.K. Dobbins is back. I like that. He ran like he was got recruited back to Ohio State, but I think that's going to be enough, and along with their defense when they show up. So I'm going Baltimore.
All right, it's Baltimore across the board. I'm going Baltimore also. Next game on tap is Cincinnati at New England. New England got they must be getting punished this week for what they did last week. I'd be punishing them. Papa's going with Cincinnati, who's gotten real hot as of late. Black, who you got?
Yeah, Cincinnati is basically a little Jekyll, but they're a lot of Hyde, man. When they're hot, they hide, and they're doing their thing. They kind of basically took off the first half against Tampa Bay last week. They kind of showed up. It's time for two soldiers to kind of go off into the sunset, man. Brady and Bill Belichick. It's time, bro. It's just time. Belichick, I mean, realistically, man, that team represents nothing about Bill Belichick anymore, bro. It just doesn't. It's just his time is come and gone. I don't know how much longer. It's going to me, it's going to decide when it's going to happen when Kraft realizes it's time to move on because Belichick ain't going to walk away. But Kraft is going to have to realize that, you know what? I need to move on. In the sake of basically the New England Patriots. When that happened, he's going to kind of get rid of Belichick. And it won't be pretty either. With that being said, the Bengals are going to take this game easily.
All right. All right, so you got.
Yeah, Belichick usually try to pull one out the hat, but Bengals have been playing pretty well lately. One of the things, too, nobody's talking about is the Bengals defense has been coming along.
Yeah.
It has, you got guys over there, Von Bell, and they just playing real hard and strong, and they play just well enough where they get excited to give the offense what they need, and they're trying to take a lot of pressure off the offense. Joe Mixon has been beat up a little bit, but they have a nice backup in Perrine. But Jamar Chase, man, is still one of the best guys in the business, and all it takes is a little bit, and that's all it's going to take for them to win this game is a little bit. Bengals.
All right. Got to go with the Bengals, too. I was watching Chase last week, and he's almost damn near unguardable. I mean, anytime Joe Burrow wants to get to him, he gets to him. And it's like, you have folks all over him, and I just don't understand it. I don't know what they're doing with this offensive line, but they're doing just enough to keep Burrow safe. So Cincinnati's been playing hot. We'll see what they do in the playoffs. Next game on tap is Detroit at Carolina. Pop has jumped on the Detroit Lions train like everybody else is. Black, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Detroit this one too, man. I like what the coach has done. I think his name is Wilkins in Carolina. He deserved to get that job, realistically. I'm a little disappointed they didn't beat the Steelers. I didn't see that happening. I thought they were kind of going to Pittsburgh and kind of take that game. If they're gonna take the Steelers, man, I don't think they're gonna take Detroit. I'm gonna take Detroit with this one.
All right. All right, so you got.
All I'm gonna say is Detroit, you know who love you first, baby. You know who love you first. That's all I'm gonna say. You know who love you first. So I got a VIP spot right now, Eddie Kelly. Anyway, I got a VIP, get on the bus and going up to Detroit, watch some real football. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with Detroit Lions. Like I said, I've been all away from you 1 week, but I'm with you this week. So let's go.
I talked to Eddie yesterday, and he's like, "Don't do it. Don't do it."
Did you tell him what I said?
Yeah, he's been watching.
All right.
Don't do it. I can't do it. I'm going Carolina. I'm going.
Oh.
Are you just really trying to see how far you can fall off the face of the daggone picks?
Oh.
Would you rather me pick Detroit and they lose, or Carolina and then Carolina lose?
I mean, that's on you. I'm trying to give you a little hop, man. I'm not trying to call you slut rock, bro. The pick. Wowsy, whoa, hun. I mean, you trying to go in.
I can't do it. I can't.
Okay.
I can't do it.
Hey, you might as well start wearing a black hat and sunglasses now.
Maybe. I ain't got nothing like Leon Space. I ain't got nothing to lose.
Oh,
Game
bro.
on tap is Houston at Tennessee. Pop is going with Tennessee. Black. Tennessee's been looking shaky, but he's going with Tennessee. Who you got?
Yeah, they kind of woke up last week a little bit. I've got a funny feeling Tennessee's going to be a totally different, as far as the front office is going to be totally different next year. I'm not sure if this coach is going to make it. I'm not sure if that quarterback's going to be around. It's interesting. When you fired general manager in this part of not early part of the season, latter part of the season, especially when you basically play a team. I wasn't here for that week after that happened. When you trade a receiver and they come back and they dance on you that way and you get fired, but they'll do enough to win this game. I'm happy to see that, and I'm hoping that this is enough for Lovie Smith, that these Texans are playing hard and they end these games, man. They basically gave Kansas City everything they wanted and then some. Hopefully that's enough for Lovie to maintain his job and come back next year and they play better, because I think that team is better than a one-win team, but they're not going to win this week. I'm taking the Tennessee Titans.
I agree. They should stick with Lovie and play this out. And if he's done, because this team wasn't supposed to be anywhere, and Lovie got them playing really tough. Ice, who you got?
Yeah, I mean, just think considering hopefully that if he does stay, I think they need to bring in some people that can. Two things: they need to pick up better offensive players, more talented offensive players, and they need to get some people that can put some energy into that offense. You might need a new OC, but because Lovey's all about hardcore work, defense, blah blah blah. You need somebody that can move that along. But unfortunately, when you start going against where's that at? Tennessee?
It's at Tennessee, yeah.
When you start going against that big dude, man, it's like watching Eric Dickerson back in the day. You get down about third quarter, you hold him the first 2 quarters, third quarter, fourth quarter, he start wearing on you, bro. And everybody get weak. You just start laying down, and that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna lay down, and Tennessee is gonna win this football game. Derrick Henry show all day.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Henry to the left, Henry to the right, Henry up the middle. I'm going with Tennessee also. Next game on tap is New Orleans at Cleveland. Cleveland played a pretty decent game last week. Pop is going with Cleveland. Black Thor, who you got?
Yeah, this game is in Cleveland, correct?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Oh man. I'm gonna roll with Cleveland. I want to do all this with this one, but I think Cleveland found something last week, and I don't trust New Orleans. I just don't trust them, man. I don't trust them offensively that they can kind of do enough. I think they should win this game, but I think Cleveland at home, I think they got some motivation, and that alone, I'm gonna take. But that's the reason why I'm gonna take Cleveland.
All right, Ice, who you got?
I thought James Winston was coming back this week, but I guess not. So waiting on that. I think they did say that Clowney's out. Chubb may be out too.
Yeah.
So, but I think that doesn't matter because I think Deshaun Watson had a little something to prove. And against these teams that I wouldn't say they're mediocre, but teams he thinks that he can rally around, he's starting to throw the ball a little bit better too. I think he's starting to get his little rhythm, get that rhythm a little bit. So that's enough for me. And hopefully Hunt plays, and that'll be all they need. So Cleveland.
All right. I'm gonna go with New Orleans on this one. Yeah, I ain't impressed with Cleveland. What do I got to lose? Next game on tap is the New York Giants. They had a really good game, and then Minnesota, who had a spectacular game comeback last week. Papa's going with Minnesota. Black Thor, who you got?
Yeah, I think I don't think Giants can handle Jefferson, man. Jefferson did not have a really good game last week. He kind of popped in and out. It was kind of defense that was basically on him, believe it or not. I think Minnesota basically feed off what they did last week and try to gain some momentum for the playoffs. I'm gonna take Minnesota.
All right, so you got?
Well, such a large comeback and your quarterback played bad or not great, it's time for a little good Kirk Cousins this week against the Giants. So we don't know if that's going to be true, but hell, they got enough. Is that on? Are the Giants on the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna all about Minnesota.
All right, I'm going with my Giants. I ain't got nothing to lose. Going with the Giants. Next game on tap is Seattle at Kansas City. Pop is going with KC. KC's defense needs to tighten up, Black.
Yeah, I don't think they're going. I mean, Mahomes is going to take them so far, but they're not going to win it this year, bro. I'm going to say that right now. They might make it there, but that defense, they're not going to do it, bro. They'll get over it. They'll win this game. Seattle's starting to kind of fall apart at the wheels. Not that their quarterback is playing bad, but what they're really weak in, their defense is starting to show up. And against Mahomes, it's going to show up even more. So KC.
All right. All right, so you got.
Yeah, even though the defense is real bad, the one thing they have is a shining star and a rookie by the name of Mr. Pacheco. He's coming on. He's showing you that speed and quickness, and when you don't have tape on somebody, he caused major problems. I think he's going to run all the way through Seattle. And then at that point, all it will require is for Mahomes to throw one touchdown pass to Kelsey, and then whoever else he throws it to, you can close your eyes and take your pick, and they'll win.
All right. KC across the board. Their defense scares me. Their defense, they just can't hold people. And you're relying on that offense to do everything, and it's just not right. Next game on tap is Washington at San Francisco. Pop is going with San Francisco. Black, who you got?
Oh, San Francisco. Yeah, that defense is going to be too much. It might be a low-scoring game, but I'm taking San Fran.
All right. Ice?
Yeah, San Francisco find a way. They always find a way. I think they're going to ask you to come out next week, Pullman quarterback. They don't care who the quarterback is. They get it done. Picking up McCaffrey again was probably one of the best things secret things they've ever done. And man, like I said, is playing with rejuvenation, and the team is overall. So San Francisco.
All right, get that ice ready because I'm going to need it for my shoulder. I'm going with San Francisco on this one. San Francisco across the board. Next game on tap, this should be a good one. Philly at Dallas. Pop is going with the boys. Black Thor, who you going with?
I know they're playing Minshew this game. That's enough for me, bro. I'm taking the Eagles, bro.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles, man. Cowboys been yapping it up for this game. Yeah. And Minshew is no joke, bro.
Oh.
He's no joke. If he got to play the next 2 weeks, Eagles are in pretty good position, bro. He can sling that ball, and Cowboys got some problems with that defense, man. And they can run the ball. Yeah, I think they're gonna basically show what the Cowboys are weak. I'm gonna take the Eagles with this one.
All right. All right, so you got. He coming up. This could be the game. This could be the game.
I like the game. I told you from the beginning when we opened this up what the hell is going on. You played the way last week, and all of a sudden you want to turn it on? Yeah, man, I don't care who quarterback. You act like you don't want it. I thought about picking you. No, I didn't. I want to see what Black Thor is going to do. No, I'm just but I ain't scared, but I don't think you're going to win the game. So I just can't do it. I cannot legitimately go, even if it was the other way, I cannot legitimately go, I think you're going to win. I cannot stake what I'm going to do. I got to do the right thing so I can stay where I'm at with my position. So I'm going to make a quality business decision, and I'm going to go against the Dallas Cowboys versus the Eagles.
Oh, wow. I thought I might have had you guys on this. I'm going with the Eagles. Minshew is a gamer, and he was up for the job for the starting quarterback, and then Hurts beat him out. And I thought this ain't a bad deal right here because this guy can come in and he can sling, he can run, he can do basically what Hurts could do, and he's fun to watch. So Dallas may be thinking that, okay, and Hurts might play anyway. So, so you don't know who you're game planning for, but both of these quarterbacks can beat the Dallas Cowboys the way they think and they play. So I'm going with Philly. It's three of us going with Philly, and Pop is the only one going with the boys. Next game on tap is the Las Vegas Raiders at Pittsburgh. This is a game I'm not going to watch. I don't want to watch the Las Vegas Raiders ever again, but Pop is going with Pittsburgh. Black, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going to take Pittsburgh too, man. The Raiders aren't any good, bro. They're not good. They really are. I mean, this coach is going to be there for probably another season or two. Carr is mediocre. He really is. It's time to kind of put that stamp on his back, and it is what it is. I can say for some reason, but Tomlin gets these guys to play, man. He rallied his troops around and get them to play. And even when the players last week said they'd rather have the third string quarterback play than Trubisky, he rolls out Trubisky. He rolls him out.
At the beginning of the season, why? What? You haven't seen tape on this guy?
Yeah. I mean, it's that bad, but he rolled Trubisky out, and look what happened. So, with that alone, man, I'm gonna take the Steelers, man.
All right, Ice, who you got?
Didn't they say a chance Pickett might come back this week?
Yeah.
I think he is playing this week. Yeah, he is. Pickett is playing. Yeah.
If it was in Las Vegas, it would make a difference for me, but it's not. It's not in Las Vegas. And somehow or another, I think Tomlin's afraid of picket signs in Pittsburgh, so he coaches them the hell up when they play in Pittsburgh. Even though they know they're not going to the damn playoffs. He'd be out there, all right, got them this week, we're going to get it on. They was somewhere like in Culver City, California. He wouldn't be coaching this hard, but he will this week, so Pittsburgh.
And I got to go with the Steelers on this one, too. I'm not picking the Las Vegas Raiders the rest of the season until they change their coaching situation again. Next game on tap is Green Bay at Miami. This should be interesting. Papa's going with Miami. Black, who you got?
I'm gonna tell you, man, they played well. To be cold, snow, whatever. Miami played well. They played a hell of a game, and they probably could have won that game. I'm not gonna say easy, but they could have won that game. I don't care what Green Bay did last week. They're not going to the playoffs. They're not running the tables. They're just not, man. Maybe if Aaron Rodgers, you would have showed up and played well early in the season, you might be in a different situation because that young receiver they drafted, he's a baller. He's a baller. He's definitely a baller. But Aaron Rodgers, you want to basically run off and be aloof, be Aaron Rodgers, whatever you were doing, and it's too late. So with that being said, man, the Dolphins will win this. They'll definitely take this.
All right. All right, so you got?
Despite Tua, man, despite dang on Tua, your boy, Mr. I don't like to be on national TV unless it's playing for Alabama. Anyway, allegedly. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, you cut Sammy Watkins. I'm really perturbed at that. I'm just kidding. But the cheetah, man, cheetah all day, to me is one of the unsung football players in football right now. And I mean, I knew how good he was, but I really got a better appreciation watching him in Miami. That dude is a monster. And he only 5'10", little dude. Like, damn, little, you only 5'10" for real? Yeah, 5'10", but yeah, I'm going to roll with him.
I think he's a little shorter. I think they just give him.
He might be.
Yeah. You're right about you're right. He's like an unsung, no one talks about unless they're playing, but when they talk about receivers, but that cat to me is one of the best receivers, the top receiver in the NFL, man. Yeah, what he does to a defense himself, what he can do to a defense.
Yeah. I got to go with Miami too. I'm just not believing in Aaron Rodgers and, you know, what he said last week and the arrogance and how they think they can run the table. It's like, you know, why are you trying to play now? Why are you trying to play now? Next game on tap is Denver at the Los Angeles Rams. Pop is going with Denver. Black, who you got?
I didn't know who Denver had quarterback last week. I had no idea. I think Russell might be back. Wow, it's just that bad to where I have no desire to pick the Rams. I'll take Denver. Not that I think they're even going to win, but I have no desire to pick the Rams, bro.
Okay. All right, so you got
who quarterback in the Rams?
You know, Baker Mayfield.
That's
pick your poison.
Oh my God.
The Green Bay got after him this week. And, you know, he had the heroics and Baker's third team, and they got after him last week. He only run like 10 plays.
You know, Denver does have a defense though, or they do anyway. And all they got to do is just, I mean, if Russell plays or if he doesn't, it doesn't matter. You got to get 1 play, 2 plays. They got a running back now that really wants to play real hard, playing for a contract. Anyway, I'll take Denver.
Okay, Denver across the board. I'm picking Denver too. Next game on tap is Tampa Bay at Arizona. Boy, this I don't know when this game is coming on, but it's coming on NBC at night. Oh Lord. Papa's going with Tampa Bay. Black, who you got? You gonna stick with the old man?
Yeah. He can give you a quarter out of 4. He'll give you 1, man. That's all they're gonna need against Arizona, man. That team is a mess, man. Top to bottom. I know that's the quarterback. It wouldn't even matter, man. Tampa Bay.
All right. Ice, who you got? You said he was done.
He is done. He is done. And I know that where the guy they call Mr. Irrelevant beat him, then you're gonna try to let Colt McCoy beat him this week. He still got 2 bullets in the chamber. He's using one this week. Using one this week. So Tampa Bay.
All right. You said he was done.
He is done. You said he's going to the Super Bowl. He is not going to the damn Super Bowl. That I can tell you, he's done. He is.
I'm rolling with Arizona. If he's done, he's done. I ain't gonna mess. He's done. You're done, old man. Go to your new girlfriend. You know, go to Fox, wherever you're gonna go later in the commentator. You're done, old man. You're done. You're done. All right. Last game is the Los Angeles Chargers against the Indianapolis Colts. Papa's going with Indianapolis. After seeing what Papa's going with Indianapolis. Black, who you got?
I think Jeff Saturday is going to walk right back to ESPN, bro. I think he had enough. I think after that, he had enough, bro. I think he don't even want the job anymore. After the Chargers, man. Come on.
Watch Pop win this game. Watch it. Ice, who you got?
Is it in the Indianapolis, right?
Yeah, it's in Indianapolis.
Well, if they're playing outside, yeah, but it's a dome, right?
Yeah.
I've been to that dome. Jeff Saturday is glad that he has an interim tag on his name. And I watched the Chargers, and I know that they are, I watched them. I went against them, but I know they have the capabilities. As long as it's not tied late, and the coach got to think about whether or not they should make a play or call a timeout or give the game away. As long as they up by a damn touchdown, they good. When you got to make a quality decision, like going for it on 4th down, and you on the other side of the 50, he don't really do well with those things. But I think they're gonna get up early enough where they're gonna win this game without him having to make a quality decision. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
All right, I'm going with the Chargers also, because they're gonna sit down Matt Ryan. I don't know if it's gonna make a difference, but every time Pop picks stuff like this, he usually comes out winning. So this is on a Monday night.
You can change your pick.
No, I'm not changing it. But we've learned on this show, we've laughed at Pop's picks, and then we sit there and text each other like, damn, he got us again. So those are our picks. Check us out on Facebook, the Goon Squad Sports Radio Show. And we will see you next week with week 17. It's done for me. I'm done.